So, I just finished watching around 50 minutes of the Xbox 720, aka Xbox One reveal. Oh my god, how boring. But before we get to this video, let's get to the question of the day. Alright, so stay tuned to the end of this video to find out the answer to the question of the day. Now, it's been 3 months since the PS4 event that they had in February, okay? Now, and as I'm sitting here watching the Xbox One reveal, and that's what it's going to be called, the Xbox One. You know, we all thought it was going to be the Xbox Infinity. I thought it was going to be Xbox Infinity. Wasn't 100% sure. That's what I heard. But the Xbox One does roll off the tongue a lot more. A lot better. It's like Xbox One, you know, that's one syllabic thing. And it's like, okay, that's cool. It is numerical, which is another blow to my, you know, constant bane against freaking numbered systems. You know, N64, Nintendo 64, PS2, you know, PS3, PS4, and now Xbox One. It's kind of confusing now because you got the original Xbox, aka Xbox One, and then Xbox 360, and now Xbox One. Okay, and so it's like, I mean, we're sort of going in circles here. I mean, I guess maybe we should have expected this with the whole 360 thing. Anyway. The name aside, you know, again, I don't hate the name. I actually think it is very, it's a very quick name to pick up. It's not like a lengthy name. And I do admit that it does roll off the tongue better than Xbox Infinity, you know, but you could just call it Infinity, but, you know, whatever. Xbox One, fine. But let's get to the actual reason why this review is not going to be very long, because the event itself, I'm sitting here watching this for 45-50 minutes and getting barely nothing, okay? Now, as far as hardware-wise, the actual hardware was fairly impressive. As far as, you know, PS4 versus Xbox One review, Xbox One got it in terms of hardware, in terms of actually showing the fucking system, because number one, they actually showed the actual product, an actual model of the system. So, that was great. We actually got to get a glimpse of what it's going to look like, what it looks like. It's kind of boxy looking, sort of a gray mixed with a light gray or white or whatever, and it sort of has like a weird, almost like an early 90s, late 80s design. It's really strange, you know, it almost looks kind of retro. I was like, what the f... It doesn't look sleek, it doesn't look smooth, you know, kind of like the 2000s systems, you know, even like the 90s systems would kind of be a bit more sleek looking. This one just looks like a straight up box, like a DVR player, or, you know, a high-tech Blu-ray player or some shit like that. But regardless, I think it looks alright. They showed a controller, which doesn't look that different from the current Xbox 360 controller we've had for a while. You know, I like the whole black color, and it just, I mean, I don't know. They said that there was going to be like 40 different points of innovation or whatever, and I was like, holy shit. That D-pad still looks as shitty as the previous D-pad. Now, they mentioned that the D-pad was going to be better this time around, like it was going to be improved, but I doubt it, you guys. It has sort of like a concave design this time, like it's actually kind of got a pit, you know what I mean, instead of that. But I don't know, because I've never been a fan of the fucking Xbox D-pads, even in the original Xbox controller, and then the slimmer version, and then the 360 controller. It's always been shit. It's been fucking shit. It sucks, okay? It's a shitty D-pad. And how dare Microsoft say it's the best controller in the world? It's a good controller for shooting games, and generally like action, adventure, or third-person games. But I'm a fighting gamer. You can't fucking play fighting games on that. Except, I mean, like, except the casual shit, like maybe like even something like Soul Calibur would be alright because you gotta use the analog, and that's, you know, But the D-pad, where you actually require fighting games to actually... games like Tekken, and even games like Virtual Fighter, even like Street Fighter or something like that, it's just a fucking mess to try to play that shit. You know, I'm sitting here playing Mortal Kombat vs. DCU on the fucking 360, and the controls are fucking garbage. You know what I mean? It sucks. The D-pad is whack as fuck. The PlayStation controllers absolutely destroy the Xbox D-pad. Alright, but that aside, hopefully it is better, and I might be eating my words later. Hopefully. I'm hoping that it's better. That the sensors is better, that it actually feels... But, again, that fucking single piece of plastic, it's not separated, unlike the Sony controller, which is specifically designed to feel very smooth and very separate. You know, it actually feels like you get to push these little buttons very, very precise in terms of fighting games, because I fucking love fighting games. And if you have a controller that sucks and can't play fighting games really well, then I'm disappointed, you know. Alright, anyway, let's keep going. They had a lot of shit regarding, like, EA stuff, they had sports stuff, and they had a lot of things to do with the actual interface of the system. So it's kind of like the XMB type of thing where they use the Kinect. Basically, you can now use hand gestures and shit like that, point and click, or grab and swipe, or whatever the fuck they said, in order to actually navigate through the interface, or the the XMB, I guess, to connect. What do you call it? The connect fucking screen capture or motion capture. So that's, I guess it's not bad. I mean, it does have voice capture as well. Like it is able to sense when you say something like, yeah, go home, or whatever the fuck, or go to TV, or go to game, or go to a movie, or music. It sort of switches between the things, and that's kind of nice. It seems like it's a very good time saver, instead of just clicking on buttons and always have to sign out or log out with a home button. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but my idea, but the impression that I got was that it's a lot more convenient to navigate around, which is, it's alright. There was a lot of emphasis, definitely, on fucking, not just games, but just shit like TV, television, all this other shit that you can accessing the internet. Main problem is that I don't fucking use systems to watch television show. I know for a fucking fact that if I ever consider buying an Xbox One, I'm not gonna buy it to watch fucking TV, to watch television shows. I don't give a flying fuck about TV anymore. I don't watch TV. Alright? And if I do want to watch a TV program, or watch TV episodes, I'll watch it on the internet. I'll watch it online. I'll stream it. That's what the internet is for. That's what my laptop is for. That's what a computer is for. That's what an iPod or an iPhone or a fucking smart tablet is for, in my opinion. That's what a television is for. An actual fucking TV. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, they're trying to make this into, like, do everything. Because that's why they call it Xbox One. Being able to do every fucking thing. Watch the TV on there. Watch movies on there. Play games on there. All this shit. They're trying to have this entertainment center in a single package. Kind of like what the PS3 was marketed back in 2006. I don't know, though, because I don't fucking watch movies on systems. I don't give a fuck. I don't watch TV on systems. I play the fucking thing for games. It's all about games. Always about games. Nothing else. Fuck the rest. I don't know. I'm hoping, waiting for some in-game footage or gameplay, and we never got any of it. At least in the first 50 minutes that I watched it. I mean, we had the EA teaser or trailer, whatever the fuck. By the way, Xbox One is not photorealistic. I'm sort of waiting for that photorealism that, like, holy shit, this looks like real life. It still feels like current gen shit. I see this little cinematic fucking thing, which, again, it doesn't have the gameplay. There's absolutely no fucking gameplay. Just CG, cutscene, cinematic bullshit. Just a fucking trailer. Alright? And that's all we got. That's all we fucking got. We saw UFC stuff, we saw FIFA or, soccer stuff, we saw basketball, NBA stuff. You know, but again, pre-rendered fucking cinematics, and it looks unrealistic as ever. It still looks like it could be on the 360 or even on the PS3. Like, it doesn't even look that amazing. Not necessarily saying that it looks like shit. I don't think it does, but I'm just not impressed by the visual aspect of it. It doesn't look anything relatively amazing or jaw-dropping. You know, we got a few games announced. We got Quantum Break or whatever the fuck it was called. That was a little bit interesting. It was from Remedy, I guess, the people who made the Max Payne shit, and they made Alan Wake. So it's going to be an exclusive. They announced there's going to be 15 exclusive games in the next year or whatever that the that the Xbox One comes out. And 8 of them are going to be brand new IPs, right? Completely brand new titles. That's something to look forward to. I mean, I'd like to see what's up with that. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, we never saw any gameplay. We saw very limited cinematic bullshit. What else did we see? There had to have been another game in there that I'm forgetting. They showed another trailer of another game, you know. Forza, they had Forza, whatever. Forza Motorsport 5, I think. Which, you know, it looked great. I mean, the cinematic looked really good. It matched up to Sony PS4's Drive or whatever the fuck it was. You know, it looked sort of equally as detailed, you know, the car and shit. But again, it's not that impressive. I mean, it's like we've seen Forza before. It's basically the fucking Need for Speed of Microsoft, basically. I mean, I don't know. I'm just not excited. It's like more of the same. What else? You know, and then I started to get sick and tired of the actual event. I was like, holy shit, that was it? You know, when the games were done and it seemed like they were finished with the games, they went on to the other shit. They started talking about the fucking, you know, we're gonna do a Halo TV show. And then they showed Steven Spielberg. I was like, Jesus Christ, okay, well, fuck, Steven Spielberg, really? You know what I mean? Oh god, you know? It's almost like, it's like, where's the games? Where's the fucking games at? You know, you're gonna show me a Halo TV series? I don't give a fuck about a Halo TV series. I'm sorry. I just don't care. Like the first Halo. I like the games, you know what I mean? They're fun and everything, but it's just, I'm not interested in this stuff. I'm sorry. You know, I'm just not interested in watching a Halo fucking TV show. You know, fuck television. I'm sorry. I just don't care. Where's the fucking games? And that was the last straw for me. That was it, man. I mean, Jesus, that was it. I was done. And then they started talking more about sports. In sports, they showed the NFL. And they were talking about the NFL, and I was like, fuck this. I'm done. So, okay, as far as hardware-wise, it was great. It did better than the PS4, because they actually fucking showed a system. That was cool. I like that. That was great. Good job for Microsoft. But everything else, PS4, I think, did it better. The PS4 event was better in terms of games, presentation, showing certain titles, showing upcoming stuff. That got me more excited for the thing. It was a lot more. So in terms of actual games and, you know, the fucking names that they dropped, they had Infamous, they had Killzone, all these upcoming Knack, all these upcoming titles. It's like, holy shit, PS4 does have at least a few titles to get excited for, but the fucking Xbox, just Quantum Break, and that was about it. And holy shit. That, man, I don't know, man. Very disappointed. You know, 3 months. I guess they're waiting for E3. I guess. I mean, E3 is only like 3 weeks away. You know, barely, and it's like that's gonna have a lot more titles. I can fucking expect that. But this was just basically the hardware. That was the biggest, the most important thing. That was the biggest thing they showed, was the actual system, the Xbox One. And we saw that in the first fucking 10 minutes or first 15 minutes of the event. The rest was just like, whatever, fuck that, save the rest for E3, I guess. I mean, this presentation could have been just 20 minutes long and that's it. As far as, you know, again, all that TV stuff, all that, you know, connectivity, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but this was just disappointing. Alright, so this was the answer to the question of the day.